Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So as you guys might have heard by now, LeBron James went on the record to say that he wants to play his final season with his son, Bronny James, which is awesome. Like, that's going to be a great end to his NBA career, assuming Bronny makes it in the NBA, which just based off of that alone, I don't really know what his draft stock is, so I don't know if it's a case of if he doesn't get drafted, then a team can, just sign Bronny and get LeBron James out of it. That seems like one hell of a deal. But when it comes down to it, man, LeBron also, during NBA All-Star Weekend said that he has not ruled out the possibility of going back to Cleveland, which really had me thinking, man, because Bronny is part of the 2023 NBA draft class, I believe, which would mean that would be that would be LeBron's final season, which is 2 years from now. So there's no guarantee that Cleveland gets Bronny James. There just isn't, especially if he's drafted. Like, any team could get Bronny and then get LeBron James. LeBron has 1 year left on his contract with the Lakers, who are in a very piss-poor situation right now. And, I mean, it just seems like the Lakers, who got themselves a championship ring out of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, it might be a good opportunity to, cut the losses and try to salvage some residue of a rebuild, man. Like something before LeBron James retires. And, the Laker fans know that they don't want to be like irrelevant for like 10 seasons because not having any draft picks or nothing like that, being on bad contracts and stuff like that, right, man? So there's even been talks, I've been seeing from guys like Colin Cowherd saying that the Lakers should trade Anthony Davis, and really just it's going to be a fun video, man. It's going to be a fun video. I'm going to go more in detail as we go through it here. But what we're going to be doing is I've already done a Cleveland Cavaliers LeBron James rebuild a few weeks ago because I just liked the idea of it at the time. I didn't think it was honestly something that was really going to happen. But LeBron, just the way he's been talking and stuff like that, man, there's definitely possibilities. So we are going to be doing this from the Lakers' perspective, though, just because it'll be kind of fun to see if we can, like, get them in a good rebuild direction, get them some assets and stuff like that too, man. But yeah, so first, looking at Anthony Davis as somebody that they could potentially trade. Like, AD is 29 years of age, right, man? The thing about Anthony Davis is that he's very injury prone. He's always been injury prone. And, guys that are 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot typically don't always age the greatest if they've had an injury history. So it is a good opportunity for maybe the Lakers to be like, okay, like, time to let go of Anthony Davis, get something back for him, right, man? So, yeah, we're going to get to that. Obviously, you got Russell Westbrook, too. Now, this would allow them to just stay on Russell Westbrook's contract for the season or whatever, that assuming he accepts his player option. And while they don't have their draft pick, I mean, it will kind of signify that they're in, like, an actual rebuild and everything like that. So they might be more okay with, hanging on to Russell Westbrook as opposed to trading away with the 2027 first-round draft pick or something like that. Like, they can save that draft pick and just hold on to Russell Westbrook for his season in a transitional type of year. But okay, man. So, yeah, that's kind of what we're going to be focusing on for this video here. So, the first thing I want to do is we got to do the big trade for LeBron James. So, yes, looking at the Cleveland Cavaliers, what exactly gets this done? Now, I know Cleveland fans are looking at this roster, and they probably just want to get LeBron James for free. Sadly, that's not the case if you want him next season because he does have that 1 year left on his contract at about $44 million, so you got to find a way to match that, but also in a way that makes sense for the Lakers. You might be thinking, like, Kevin Love. Well, for one, I wouldn't want Kevin Love to leave this team because he was part of that big three. Like, I want him playing with LeBron James, but also he's not really a rebuild piece for the Lakers. So the trade that I really could think of right here that kind of made sense to me, like I said, you got to give up something to get something back, is LeBron James over to the Cleveland Cavaliers for, one, you'd have Lauri Markkanen, a 25-year-old 7-footer that can shoot the three ball, well, at least historically speaking. So you have that, about $16 million a season, not bad. But also at this point, you're looking at probably giving up Caris LeVert, man. Now, I know you guys in Cleveland love Caris LeVert, but it is about a $19 million contract. And the thing about that is that you have Colin Sexton, who's a restricted free agent, so you can go out there, get LeBron James before free agency, and then you can match any contract to get Colin Sexton back on the team, and he's kind of just going to replace the void of Caris LeVert, whatever Caris LeVert does for the team. I mean, we still got to see more of him on the squad and everything like that, man. And I think that gets it done right there. So also doing that, I mean, you're giving up, you're getting LeBron James, so the Lakers are not just going to want to, like, give him away. So I'm thinking you can probably also look at maybe like a protected pick. I don't know if I would give up like an unprotected one or not because like it is for one season, everything like that. But, you get a draft pick back on the Lakers. You get Lauri Markkanen and Caris LeVert. I mean, that's the guy you can showcase and maybe trade around the trade deadline, flip for some assets or something like that. So that gets it done right there money-wise, man. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, wait. Okay, the Cavaliers would acquire $285,000 more Okay, so we can use a trade exception right here. So we're going to add on the trade exception, make this trade, and the Cavaliers. We like this as far as the trade is concerned. Well, I think it's pretty realistic, man. So just give me 1 second while we maybe use a little bit of a trade override. All right, man, we had a little talk over there with some of the people in Cleveland. And let me just say, man, they ain't too salty about the trade anymore, man. They actually want to take on a bitch-ass contract, man. They're actually willing to take on Russell Westbrook, man, just because, you know, we had that little talk and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, let's go ahead and put this trade through. I promise you, man, they're going to be okay with it. They're going to be okay with it. Okay, so we got that going for us right there. Okay, so that instantly we have the Lakers, you know, looking like this now. I mean, like I said, it's LeBron James on 1 season, so I mean, he could be worth a lot more than that, but I think given the circumstance of him just absolutely just demanding a trade, be like, I'll only play for Cleveland, then that's not a bad little haul to get. So now at this point, you also have Anthony Davis. So we're going to go ahead, man, and we're going to go to the trade finder for Anthony Davis and kind of see what's offered up for him right here. I mean, he has a pretty good contract. What is it, 2 years with the player option on the 3rd one right there. So, I mean, you know, we could still help out a lot right now. So here we got Chris Milton, Grayson Allen. Don't really like that. Like I said, we're looking for kind of some younger players, maybe like a franchise type of guy that the Lakers can really start building around. So, yeah, we got the Cavaliers with Evan Mobley, and LeBron James. Wouldn't that be one hell of a trade for the Lakers? Here we got Jaylen Brown and Robert Williams. So I kind of like this, but without giving up the draft pick right here. Yeah, like Jaylen Brown, Lauri Markkanen, Robert Williams out there. You got Karis LeVert at the 2, Russell Westbrook at the point guard spot. Like, that's like a product on the court. And then with the Celtics, you do get something new with Anthony Davis and Jason Tatum. They also got Derek White, Marcus Smart ready for the backcourt, so you're not really skipping a beat right there. I like this trade a lot. You know, just like I said, for teams for both sides trying something different, man. So it's not bad. We'll kind of go through the trades a little bit more right here, but you got De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes out of it, AD with Sabonis. You also got Davion Mitchell on the Kings already. Not bad either. Getting a 24-year-old point guard. Ben Simmons, yeah, that ain't going to happen. Here you got Ingram and CJ McCollum. Ingram back on the Lakers would be kind of fun, but been there, done that. So we don't really want to see that again. Here you got CP. No, okay, that's not going to work. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Dort. I mean, the Thunder got all those draft picks. They got Giddey on the team. Yeah, that's kind of interesting too, man. You have Giddey with Anthony Davis. That's, I don't know, not the greatest trade. Kuminga, Klay Thompson. You got Porzingis and Avila right there, man. So I think of all these trades, you guys can probably tell I like the Jaylen Brown one the most. I think it just makes sense for both sides. Not saying the Celtics need to do it because they've been on such a tear lately, but I'm just saying if the Celtics get to the playoffs and, you know, first, second round exit, get disappointed, you want to try something new, that's kind of what I'm getting behind here. Not saying they have to break up Tatum and Jaylen Brown, but it's not a bad way to do so if absolutely needed, right, man? So we got that right there. And yeah, man, that puts the Lakers in a pretty good situation. I guess in this point too, I mean, I would be okay to kind of see what this team could just do for like 1 season, especially we got Russell Westbrook out there too, man. So I mean, we're not going to trade Russell just to trade him. I'm going to go ahead though and simulate 2 at the beginning of the regular season, see what these rosters are all looking like, and we're going to kind of go from there. Okay, guys, so for the Lakers, we're looking like this right here, man. We got Russell Westbrook, Jaylen Brown, THT, Lauri Markkanen, Robert Williams, with Karis LeVert, Kendrick Nunn, Al Horford, Jeremy Lamb off the bench. And, you know, I would probably actually try to re-sign Malik Monk too, man. But, yeah, not a bad little route right here. Not a bad little roster, I should say. And then over looking at the Cleveland Cavaliers, you kind of see what their team's looking like now with LeBron James on the squad. Hopefully they got Colin Sexton back, but no guarantees with that. But no, they got LeBron James, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Karis LeVert. You still got Kevin. Oh, my goodness, man. This team is sick. My favorites to win the championship this season, I'm just going to say. We got that. And then from the Boston Celtics, you got Tatum, Anthony Davis, Derek White, Marcus Smart, Pat Connaughton, Peyton, Grant Williams. So a nice team right there too, man. But yes, let's go ahead and simulate this NBA season and see how the LeBron James Cavs do, the AD Boston Celtics, and the Jaylen Brown Los Angeles Lakers. Okay, guys, we're at the end of the regular season. The Lakers without LeBron James, 4th place. So, I mean, set themselves up for better success than what they're having right now. One more game against the Warriors. Simulate through date, looking like that. We got Tatum as MVP, play next to Anthony Davis. Wow, okay, so that's really good. Chet is Rookie of the Year. Dennis as 6th man for the Spurs. Giannis, Defensive Player. Peyton is most improved on the Celtics. So, yeah, the Celtics team definitely balling out right here, man. So, All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third with LeBron making that. But, okay, so let's go to the standings real quick here, kind of see how each of the teams performed. So, yeah, NBA standings. So Lakers ended up second place. I mean, it was very close, like, a few games within really essentially the play-in tournament. So we got that. And then for the Eastern Conference, we got the Celtics in the play-in tournament. The Cleveland Cavaliers 51-31. Okay, so let's go to the player stats now. So for the new look Lakers, 20 points for Jaylen Brown. We got 15 for LeVert, 13 for Lauri Markkanen, Russell Westbrook. I feel like he'd be scoring a bit more, man, without LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the team. But good balance overall, which led to us being in second place in the conference. Over on the Cleveland Cavaliers next with LeBron James. We got him at leading scorer at 22, 6, and 7. 20 and 4 for Colin Sexton. I really like that contract that he signed with the team too, about $20 million, about $22 million a season. Garland at 17 and 7. Kevin Love balling off the bench. Yeah, he'd be on the bench. Evan Mobley, come on, 2K. Man, averaging probably 20 points a game next season. Let's be honest now. It's disrespectful towards Evan Mobley, but it's all good. Okay, man. It looks like they actually had LeBron James at power forward, so maybe it looks like Mobley probably did not even start, which is kind of stupid if that's the case. But it is what it is. Still gave us a good sample size. And then, yeah, I do want to look at that Celtics team real quick here too. For the Boston Celtics. Where they at, man? Starting with the CE. So, yeah, we got AD at 22, 9, and 4. Yeah, this team was really nice too, man. So let's go ahead and simulate these playoffs and see who did what out there, see who can win it all. I'm rooting for LeBron on Cleveland, simulate round. And, okay, all the teams, Celtics got eliminated 4-2 to the Brooklyn Nets. And Cleveland made it 4-3 Lakers, 4-0 over the Memphis Grizzlies. Simulate round. Okay, so we got Lakers, Pelicans, Charlotte, Cleveland. Man, if it's Lakers versus Cleveland in the finals, that would be insane. Simulate round right here. And, okay, the Lakers were knocked out. Cleveland making it, though, man, against the Pelicans. Closeout game 36 for LeBron James. I mean, Mobley's still getting his minutes, so he might be starting, actually. He's just not playing the greatest for whatever reason. Okay, here we go. Zion and the Pelicans. Simulate round right here. And, of course, the Pelicans. Man, love Zion. Man, gotta get healthy, though, man. Like, 2K gotta patch this game to make the Pelicans not be so damn dominant because, like, they still have a lot to prove, man. They still have a lot to prove. But, yeah, closeout game, we lost 129-105. LeBron kind of sold, man. 5 for 13. Kevin Love, 6 for 16, leading scorer on the team. Darius Garland, 1 for 12. Not great. But, yes, so at this point, is kind of what I'm getting to in the video. At this point, LeBron James would now be a free agent. He'd be, completely a free agent, and he could see what would happen with Bronny. But essentially, if Bronny went to Cleveland, that'd be amazing because he could just stay there. But if not, whatever team gets Bronny gets LeBron James, man. So just the fact that LeBron said that the door is not closed on Cleveland, this is the only circumstance in which I could say that could actually happen, man. So hopefully you all enjoyed. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace out, my friends.